Hello and welcome to the penultimate daily recap of the ThruDark Devizes to Westminster International Canoe Race 2025. It's been a full-on couple of days. We're nearly at the end though.
Yeah.
Hannah's with me. You've been covering the stages today. What's it been like for you out there?
It's been really great today, to be honest. The weather's definitely held up. It's not raining as much. It's not windy. But it's been really interesting because we've had the fast junior doubles and then the fast senior singles all kind of stayed on a pack. So we were at Old Windsor and they all came through together. So that was really frantic for all of us, but really great to see.
Yeah, obviously, the stages are now just coming in here to Thames Young Mariners in Teddington. So they've done the hard graft. Tomorrow, it's about 2 hours on the water, hour and a half, depending on what you're paddling, to get to the finish line at Barn Elms on the outskirts of Fulham. But while all the stages have been going on today, the senior doubles have also been racing. They finished at Westminster. Probably the first cruise were in about 10 o'clock this morning at Westminster. And I've got to say, it was one of the closest races I have seen in years. And I was just chatting to Aaron, the chief umpire, earlier. He reckons it's probably, for the top four crews, it's probably one of the closest races in DW history.
Wow.
It was nip and tuck coming into Teddington, into the final lock. They were separated by about 3 or 4 minutes. Now, coming into Westminster, the order changed around a bit. So it was Billy Butler and John O'Grady were first to hit the tideway. They looked to have the advantage in the latter stages, but coming in at the death right at Westminster, Tom Sharp and Anushka Freeman, they just made a move to come from third to win by a couple of minutes in the end. I mean, the top three were separated by about 7 minutes. That's a really,
very
really close
impressive,
time.
very tight.
Yeah, as you can imagine, a lot of broken paddlers, but it's great to see such strong racing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's really great. We've had a couple of good results in the junior doubles today. So Lavelle and Kramer, who have been ahead for the whole time, have now got a three-hour lead on their competitors, which is, a massive lead really when you think about it. And then we've had some really fast senior singles again and some vet juniors that have been really great as well. And our stand-up paddle boarders, of course, as well. Yeah,
so obviously, as you say, Lovell and Kramer are sort of leading that junior doubles.
Yeah.
And the vet juniors, Davies and Davies, are retaining that lead. It's about, just looking here, it's about nearly 2 hours lead that they've got now going into the final day.
Lead.
So you think they're going to hold on to that with only a 2 hour paddle remaining on Monday. Stand-up paddle boards, as you said. Obviously, Paddy McCormack again leading the way, but Emily King has been putting in another strong paddle as well, the second SUP paddler. It's been good to see the SUPs actually getting some decent times, haven't they?
It really has. It looks so difficult. It's just insane that they can even think about doing that, and it's such a hard craft to even master on the easiest races. So it's really impressive what they're managing to do. Yeah,
and obviously a word in the senior singles as well. Durden's out there. He's got it's an hour's lead now.
Insane.
14 hours
really
46 is what he ended his day here at Teddington with. He's been impressive all weekend long. Really, he's been faultless.
Yeah, he has. He's been ahead ever since the first day. I know I think we mentioned it on the first day, but he's just continued that lead the whole time pretty much.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic day of racing. We caught up very briefly with Tom Sharp after winning the senior doubles. So we'll throw to him now, and you can hear a few words what he had to say after the race.
Congratulations, obviously, you guys have done it again.
Yeah, thanks very much. Hadn't quite sunk in yet. We didn't know. We were so close, even at Teddington, they said within a minute. We just had to give it everything, but there was nothing left. I guess we had a little bit more left than they did. But it was neck and neck all the way, and they pushed us right the way to the line.
How was that final stretch down the top?
It wasn't just the final stretch, but from a long way out, it was harder than any other race I've been involved with. But we knew what was at stake, so we ploughed on.
And you've done it, and you're DW champions again for 2025. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So in the end of the senior doubles, 50% or nearly 50% of the field ended up retiring. It was a very, very cold night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was insanely cold last night, and obviously being out on the water is much different than being in a tent here or even being at home, so it's impressive that even 50% of them managed to get to that finish line.
Yeah, the headwind played obviously quite a bit of a factor in that, and it's hard for you crews, some having to be pulled out in terms of not sort of meeting the time requirements, and you slightly getting misjudging kind of how much they were going to be affected by the wind. So no, it's not been the easiest of races, but it's been a great race. As I say, to have to have 3 crews finishing within just a couple of minutes of each other is, as I say, is absolutely phenomenal. And we want to pass our congratulations on to Tom Sharp and Anushka Freeman for winning it for the 2nd consecutive year. It's that alone is a remarkable achievement. But that, senior doubles might be done. That's not all though, is it? We've got the final day of the stages tomorrow up to Barn Elms. I mean, you excited to see how that pans out?
Yeah. It's definitely different to all the other days that they've done. It's so much quicker. They obviously kind of have the tide carrying them. They have to hit it at the right time. So it'll be really interesting to see whether anybody manages to close gaps between 2nd and 3rd and all that kind of thing. It's really exciting, I think. Yeah,
and Barn Elms is a brand new finish location, I should say, for 2025. We've not been there before, so it'll be a great race to see. The rowing club, obviously, they'll be pulling in and finishing the races opposite Fulham Football Club, so it should provide a really nice backdrop for them to come into Monday morning. And as ever, if you want to keep up to date with everything that is happening across the final day tomorrow, check in at dwrace.co.uk and go to the DW Live Hub, and you can get all the updates as paddlers are leaving here and arriving at Barn Elms tomorrow. But until then, goodbye.